here in the Bahamas.
We are going to make it right.
If you became a millionaire, would you keep working? You know?
The commander is here.
What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out.
Don't eat.
Something got popped in the butt.
Yeah. Oh, I can.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Deezy. I'm your host. Please hit that like button. I heard it's quite easy. Today is April 27th, 11:32 a.m. The year is 2023, and we just want to say rest in peace, Jerry Springer. Just heard the news. Very, very sad to hear.
Yes.
I grew up with the mania that was Jerry Springer when it happened. Late
Me too.
90s, mid to late 90s, where basically every episode erupted into a brawl. At the time, we hadn't seen anything like that, at least on network television during the daytime. And I would get home, I would catch, I guess, the last 10, 20 minutes of an episode. And yeah, it was entertaining. It was a snapshot. It was a microcosm of the times.
Yep.
But yeah, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. Hit that like button if you ever got any joy or entertainment from watching that show. Do you have any Jerry Springer memories, Drew?
Just coming home from school and, I'd get in trouble from my mom for watching it. You know what I mean? It's a little bit edgy for younger kids to be watching, but it really opened my eyes early on to the possibilities within society. Absolutely. So big shout out to Jerry Springer. He was an icon of his time.
This was before, the judge shows took over everything. And, at the time, Oprah was like the biggest thing in daytime. So on one end, you had Oprah. She's making Dennis Rodman cry.
Yeah.
And then on the other end, you got, the cheating husband is crying after getting hit in the head with a chair by his rotund baby mama. So, yeah, it was a pretty entertaining show to watch back in the day.
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into the show, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can check right here on the top right on YouTube. Our last video, urgent crypto trading advice, tale of two mindsets. Learn from the mistakes that have been made. Learn from the mistakes that the BitSquad makes. Learn from other people's mistakes. You don't always have to just learn from your own mistakes, but people like learning from their own mistakes, don't they? It's like they need, I say the best lessons leave bruises. People don't like to, participate. They need to feel the pain, I feel, to learn the lesson. It's like, I was thinking of an example. You got the buddy who's always speeding, always, whipping around. He's like, almost gets in a crash, almost gets in a crash, almost gets in a crash. Does he ever slow down?
No.
When does he slow down?
After he crashes and wraps around a pole. I had it happen to a buddy in high school. And yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes for finance, for life lessons, for everything. You have to get
liquidations, responsible, just being responsible with your funds. Sometimes you got to learn your own lessons, but it is good to be cognizant of it and try to learn the lessons from others. It is difficult though.
That's right.
All right, guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter, DZ_BTC. You can also type in DZ.ETH. That is 2 E's there. And we'll get into the CT minute later. But guys, make sure you follow me there. Make sure you check out Hit Merch.
Hey.
I
got a hat on today. I got that hat.
Oh, you got the hat. Can we go full camera on that?
Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. This thing is. It made me look slightly less horrendous.
The old lady cat, she doesn't like me in the curved bill. She says it doesn't fit my head.
What?
I don't think it does either.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I look a little funny. I don't know. Maybe I'll try with the steak hat a little bit later.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you're also checking out, hey, Bitcoin Miami. If you're going to be going there, we're going to be sending several people there. I won't be there. I'm going to be in Indianapolis. But yeah, if you want to check it out, Bitcoin Magazine has some stuff for Bitcoin 23, including the tickets, general admission, the after party, the industry pass. Just from experience, you will probably want to go to the after party. Kind of everybody goes there. So just pay the money and just go. You don't want to be one of those people on the side, like on the sidewalk, looking at the party, looking at everybody having a good time. You're going to have all these Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires rolling in and 100,000aires. And you're like, someone got a wristband to spare? You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
They will remember you. That was me. That was me 2 years ago. All right, guys, let's check out Coin Market Cap. You ready for the market watch, baby?
I'm ready to pump this thing back up, baby. Let's do this.
We need it. We got to bounce because right now we are below 1.2. We're really close. 1.194 for the market cap right here. Round up to 1.2 trillion. 24-hour volume is up slightly, now coming in at $67 billion. Bitcoin dominance, 46.9%. ETH dominance coming in at 19%. And the gas cut in half from yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was 66 exactly.
Yeah.
Now coming in at 33 ways. So you're looking to move some, $20 bags around. Now is the time. You don't want to do that when it's the gas is 60 or higher.
Get wrecked.
All right. Bitcoin, though, did take a little bit of a tumble, like those people that would do flips during lunch in high school. It tumbled down 1.3%, still green for the week. Ethereum down over 2%, not green for the week. So Bitcoin's gain for the week is essentially Ethereum's loss for the week, 2.5%. We keep scrolling. We have BNB down, XRP down, Cardano shaking off the FUD, shaking
Yeah.
off the haters,
Look
shake
at
it
you.
off. Up for the week, the day, and the hour. Looking good there. In this, generally downturned market. We have Polygon down slightly, Doge down, Polkadot. All right, you ready? You ready for the top gainers, though? There has to be
I'm
something
ready.
that's pumping. Something has to pump.
Somewhere, something is doing well. We know this.
How's the like buttons doing? Is that doing well?
yeah,
Have we
we're-
pumped that up?
No, we need
Let's
to pump
juice
those.
it with
yeah,
steroids.
we're only at 330. We need to pump these numbers
we need
up.
to bane it.
Yeah, we need to increase the algorithmic.
I want the forehead vein of the like thumb. I want the thumb to be veiny. I want a veiny vascular thumb up. So let's get those thumbs up, pumping, baby.
Pump 'em.
All right, multiverse. One of the coins we've been talking about in the
Yep.
basement pretty heavily. Up 5%. Osmosis up 5%. Nothing to do with Osmosis Jones and Chris Rock, as far as I know. Injective up 4%. Immutable X up. Long-term hold for me. Chronos is up. Cosmos is up. I think I got that. And when was that airdrop? I know I participated in 2020. I think the
remember,
airdrop was in 21, late 21. Then after that, we largely just go flat. All right, now let's check out who is losing. All right, the tide is out. Who's not wearing any swimming trunks? Synthetics. Not wearing anything there. Nexo, Conflux, and Aptos all down. Optimism as well, and Singularity Net down 5%. And then you have Dash, Theta, EOS down slightly below 5%. The graph down as well. The graph is one of the ones I'm looking at on a long-term hold. Singularity, I did get in a little early.
Did
Guys, Singularity's all-time high was 60 cents. I got in at, well, no, not if you look at launch there.
Yeah.
So we hit 60. We even hit it, somewhat recently. I saw a pull back down to 40 cents. I said, you know what? There's a little opportunity here. I think, maybe I got in late here. I think maybe I caught it in around this dip. Said, a little bit of a upside potential, though. 50% pump to reach all-time highs. Maybe I'll add more. I am staking my AGIX. Maybe I'll withdraw my rewards, market buy a couple hundred ADA worth, and then restake everything and just, kind of keep it pumping. I am a long-term believer in the AI narrative for the next bull run. I don't think AI is slowing down.
Dude,
I don't think it'll be a flash in a pan.
You hit the nail on the head. It's going to be a narrative that, like we feel almost like used to it in crypto because we've been talking about ChatGPT for some time, like 6 or 8 months now, however long it's been. But when the mainstream public gets a hold of this narrative and crypto comes back at the same time, that's why I'm watching Singularity Net real close. I'm going to be getting in on that one. Just a matter of time. I'm still kind of Bitcoin heavy right now, but I'm going to be digging into those alts probably end of the year. That's kind of my game plan, at least.
All right, yeah. People got a lot of comments on the veiny thumb. Yeah, I want it veiny like a bat wing, okay? You know what kind of bat wing I'm talking about.
That's right.
I'm not talking about the ones that bite pangolins, overseas. You know what I'm talking about here. All right, on that note, let's bring up Luis Guzman's stunt double. Yes, we're talking about Frankie Candles. Luis Guzman is the one who says, it's so veiny. You don't look anything like Luis Guzman, though. All right. Yeah, it was a weird fit. It's like, wait a minute, how is he 50 pounds lighter, 8 inches taller, and much more handsome? It didn't fit in the scene, but he pulled it off. He pulled it off real well.
Are you talking about waiting?
Yeah, waiting.
Okay.
The stunt scene, his calves protected him. It was like a slip and fall scene in the kitchen, and it was a slick floor. But yeah, the calves prevailed as always.
Give him 10 years.
Shout out to the Batwings. What is going on, everybody? Yeah, I almost said thanks for tuning in, but what's going on, everybody? We got some interesting stuff to look at here on the charts. If you guys, I was just live like 5 minutes ago for a nice little morning market update, and we actually did get a little bit of a move. Now, I do just kind of want to go over some of the things that I was looking at, and one of those things was, trying to figure out, I will say right now, things do seem somewhat neutral, right? Because if we go ahead and zoom in here a little bit, just give me a sec here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let me just pull up some extra stuff here. Pull up market cipher B. Okay, beautiful. So things are kind of, generally neutral right now. Now, one of the things I was looking at here was the 4-hour. Now, yeah, this is not my chart, so I don't have all my levels on here. However, the main thing that I was looking at on our live stream just a few minutes ago was the higher time frames, guys. Now, I know everyone's trying to figure out, are we going to get this continued move to the upside? Now, for me, the next stop is likely going to be, between about $33,000 and $35,000. Now, the big question is, are we going to get a big correction first? Now, one of the things I was looking at here was, obviously, guys, we do have the red dot on the weekly, which would warrant a further correction to the downside. However, when you start looking at some of these lower daily time frames, such as the 3-day, you could see our VWAP is starting to roll back to the upside here. Whoops. Yeah, our VWAP is starting to roll back to the upside pretty aggressively here, right? So you got the 2-day. Shut, I see the birthday cakes in chat, guys. It is my birthday. I am a ripe 31 years old now. I think this might be.
You don't look it. You don't look it. You could be in high school.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think this might be maybe be my last year where I don't wear a hat on my birthday. I figured I might as well rock the hair while I still have it. But I do appreciate that, Drew. No, dude, chat yesterday was undefeated, bro. They were commenting on your suit. They love the suit, by the way.
Yeah,
so I think you should probably bring that back like once in a while. Just show up in a suit because they were absolutely loving it. Yeah, it was amazing. Some people were calling.
I need to borrow some of Drew's like some of his metal items, you know, because everyone just kept calling me Hitman.
Yeah, they were saying you were like the head hitman, and then I popped in chat and I was like, yeah, DZ had a job this morning. He is the head hitman.
Well, let's just say, hey, if the Parisis don't like you, hey, maybe they send me in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. If you got DZ knocking on your door, if he's wearing, a regular T-shirt, it's fine. If he's in a suit,
concerned.
Yeah, run or just pray. But yeah, they were absolutely loving the suit. But yeah, they were saying top G too, which is hilarious.
Yo, he just got some sort of weird reaction.
Yeah, he's like covered in rashes.
Reaction. He's only had water and coffee. This is breaking news this morning, and he's like busted out in hives. His face is swollen shut. You can see it on the Twitter. In fact,
interesting.
You can pull it up and have a comment on it. I think people might like to see it. Real
interesting. All right, so we'll take a look at the chart real quick. I'll try to pull it up. But yeah, this VWAP on the 2-day, guys, this is basically what I was looking at because the weekly red dot would warrant a further correction. But looking at the 3-day here with the VWAP ripping right back up to the 0 line, you are still in the green with your money flow. And then also on the 2-day as well, you are getting a kind of a similar setup here where you are getting a green dot, right? On Frankie Candles, you're not quite printing that green dot yet. But these VWAPs ripping back to the upside, on the lower daily time frames could potentially, make that weekly red dot just a little bit weaker. And I was comparing it to 2019, right? So if we go back to 2019, you can see during that little fake out bull run, which I know a lot of people are starting to think this is kind of where we are in the market. But is this 2019? Yeah. So I do just want to, let me pull up the Bitstamp chart. Just for a little bit more price history. There we go. So taking a look at 2019 here, guys, I do think we are somewhere, if we are to compare these two cycles, I do think we are somewhere in this 2019 rally, kind of extrapolated to current times. But if you take a look at your... If you take a look at your red dots here on Market Cypher real quick, on the weekly time frame, you can see our first overbought weekly red dot during this time actually only brought us down. Yeah, right here. We had one weekly overbought red dot, and it didn't really give us a big move down. If you zoom in here, you could see price basically just stalled out a bit, moved sideways before getting another about 68% push to the upside. Now, when people were seeing this signal, they were probably thinking like, oh God, this is probably gonna be a big correction. But again, these weekly red dots do not always play out as dramatically as you would think, especially when you have those 2- and 3-day VWAPs ripping back to the upside like they are right now. On top of that, another big thing we were looking at is on the 4-hour time frame. You can see our money flow is actually looking pretty decent, right? Money flow creeping up towards that 0 line. This actually looks pretty good as well. We did have a red dot earlier. However, it has since disappeared. So that is pretty good because I was saying if I had to pick a side, I am pretty neutral right now, but I would lean a little bit more bullish. That red dot has disappeared as our money flow continues to come up as we pushed a little bit higher up here. So Money flow on the 4-hour does look pretty good. Money flow on the 3-hour also looks pretty good. And with those higher daily or lower daily timeframes, having those VWAPs rip to the upside, that may kind of lighten the blow from that bearish signal that we've been getting on the weekly timeframe. So again, I would love to see this money flow crossover on the 4-hour. If we do get it, guys, we may be able to get another push up here. And again, our key levels remain the same. If we lose about, let me come down to a little bit of a lower time frame. If we start losing, essentially, if we start losing these lows here at about 26, I gave this level yesterday, I believe. If we start losing these lows at about 26.8, that is kind of where I am expecting things to flip pretty bearish, right? If we basically lose the lows of this range, right? Once we start losing these wicks down here, that's where things get pretty bearish. You could see this big volume gap, which does bring you all the way down to about 25K. So that is going to be remain our key level of support here. So once you start losing these lows down here of this range, yeah, you're likely to fall through that low volume gap and get a move down to 25K. However, as long as we hold within this white box, guys, I do think we could potentially continue to range around here. So again, that real major key level is at about 26. Right here is about 26.5. Between about 26.8 and 26.5, we start decisively losing that level. That's where I flip a little bit more bearish on Bitcoin in the medium term and would expect to move down to 25K. But as of right now, especially with that 4-hour money flow, there's nothing really calling for that move down as of right now. But now you could keep an eye on those levels and use that as your actual indicator, right? Use that actual level of support as your indicator, because by looking at the volume profile, you don't just have these key levels, you actually have context into what will happen if you lose those levels while, by looking at the volume. So hopefully we can hold support here, guys. Hopefully that red dot on the 4-hour does not come back. If you're looking for a move down, that is what I would kind of watch, is that 4-hour red dot to kind of reappear here before getting another move down. But again, it's just keeping an eye on those key levels. I am still in my Ethereum long and my Bitcoin long. They are up pretty good right now. I don't have my phone on me, but they are up pretty good. So green trades on my birthday, not too bad. But I think that's all the time I got for today's little market TA, whatever. Back to DZ. Maybe pull up that allergic picture of Top G. That's
People want your take too.
Okay. Let's see.
Here, type in Cobra under search.
Wait. So what do they know what the allergic reaction was from?
No, it's
Interesting.
yeah, it just broke. All the greats going down.
Yeah, we can't lose him and
Jerry Springer at the same time.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
he's all
I
jacked
was
up.
almost shot.
Dang.
Look at it.
Oh,
That
the
picture
copper
is the most. I mean, he looks jacked up right
Dang.
there.
Yeah. He's yeah. That's
Not good.
interesting. And he's like
Not
at his
good.
house too, right? Like he's
Yeah.
under house arrest. That's interesting. Huh. Well, that's pretty wild. Shout out to him. Hopefully, yeah, that's wild. He looks like a different person.
He's wearing Speedos. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's got a Speedo on. The Speedo will save him.
He's ready. He's ready for this. He was born for this fight.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll make it. Just breathe air.
Yeah.
But that's all I got, guys. Back to DZ. Bing bong.
Perfect ending.
Breathe air.
How are we all doing today? All right, and where are we at on the likes? Thank you,
Oh.
Frank. Always a great time. Really, just happy birthday for Frank. Can we just get happy B Day
Yeah.
in the chat? Or a little B Day. Ooh, yeah. People love you, Frank.
the
People
best.
love you, Frank.
We're at
light a
600.
candle, light a birthday candle for Frank.
Hit
in
the
your
like
home.
for Frankie's birthday. They're at 600 likes right now.
And if you lose your trade, you must pour hot wax on yourself as penance. Is the only way. We were just talking about the best lessons leave bruises. Why not little burn marks on your skin? Hey, that'll teach you to set a tight stop loss. All right. Speaking of tight stop losses, Bitcoin leverage longs liquidated after brief midweek recovery above 30K. Yeah, a lot of people feeling long, and yoink. If that doesn't wreck some longs, I don't know what will. Put things in perspective, the market cap fell by roughly 49 billion from the highest point on that day. That makes the 26th of April the most volatile day in the last 7 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so really not that crazy. Despite that, the sharp crash on the market recovered slightly. Many traders saw the recovery as a sign of demand and a possible push past the resistance range. As such, many traders in the derivative segment were convinced Bitcoin would offer a good rally. Hence, they said, let's go long, baby. This explains why Bitcoin's recent slapdown resulted in heavy liquidations. I like that. Bitcoin's slapdown.
Definitely felt like it, man. I lost $30 and I will never financially recover. So
I didn't have any trades open. I think I maybe set one up before the cruise. I think I had like 3 wins in a row, then a stop loss of like minus $20. So you know, I'm doing okay. Was that TZ's older brother? I'm actually older than Top G, so thank you for that. I'm older than him by 2 years, I believe. Hey, maybe. We got similar hairlines, you know, I will say that. All right, Bitcoin's long liquidations on the 26th soared to their highest level so far of the month. Here you can see how many people got wrecked, I believe. Long liquidations, all exchanges. Yeah, nice spike there. A lot of people got wrecked on the around the 21st, but then just kind of zoom right past that. A lot of people feeling the pain. Last sentence here. There's still some uncertainty regarding Bitcoin's next move, especially as the market rolls into next month. Are you drinking beer? Allegedly.
Hold on.
What's in my cup?
It's clear, very clear. That's all I can say.
Man.
Very early for water. I don't know.
Oh, man, that was some of that Top G water. All right, U.S. GDP rose at 1.1% pace in the first quarter as signs build that the economy is slowing. Growth in the U.S. slowed considerably during the first 3 months as interest rates increases and inflation took hold of an economy, largely expected to decelerate even further ahead. The report also showed that the personal consumption expenditure price index, inflation measure that they follow closely, increased 4.2%, ahead of the estimates of 3.7. Stripping out food and energy, core PCE rose 4.9 compared to the previous increase of 4.4. U.S. economy is likely at an inflection point as consumer spending has softened in recent months, according to the chief economist at LPL Financial. Consumers, though, have remained resilient and are expected to use excess savings and purchasing power to make the contraction short and shallow. Strong jobs market with unemployment rate at 3.5%, also expected to underpin growth there.
Man,
what are your thoughts on the macro economy? They're coming in pretty bearish.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting comment to be reliant on excess savings to be coming into the picture because we're at like some of the lowest savings levels in history for the U.S. So, yeah, I mean, it's getting pretty ugly. You know, they've been tightening and they'll probably keep tightening for a bit. But I think once the election season starts, we'll see the printing come back and, you know, the gaslighting that everything's okay continues.
Speaking of gaslighting, going 100x leverage, got a pot of boiling oil next to me instead of hot candle wax. Hey, man, whatever floats your boat, maybe do like an eyedropper. So don't pour the whole pot on yourself. I feel DZ's too cool to hang out with me. Never, Crypto Steve-O. No. You must remember, I was a late bloomer, okay? DZ graduated nearly a kissless virgin from high school. Nearly.
I think the best are late bloomers.
2 girls.
The best in the world are late bloomers. You know what I mean? It takes time to make greatness.
Except for Hezbollah.
Yeah, well, okay. Fair assessment. But there's always variables. And I think that the majority of like the people that are kicking butt in life right now, they were totally late bloomers. They were not awesome, popular people in high school. They just stay focused and get obsessed and get good.
Yeah, like on the cruise, you came up, you know, I was an open book, sit there, talk to you. There was one night I had a little bit of a headache. I took a Tylenol from Mrs. Candles that Kat got for me. And so then, you know, there was like a 45-minute window. I was like a little, you know, kind of withdrawn in my reclusive window. But after that, yeah, you know, I'm an open book. You ever see me? I haven't been spotted in a while. But hey, if you ever see me in the wild, in the mean streets of ATL or wherever, yeah, come up and say hey. All right, Yuan flips USD for Chinese cross-border transactions as dollar distancing accelerates. Let me unpack this. Trade with China has always been the highest thing they're trading with was the US dollar. They just surpassed that with their own currency for the first time in probably a really, really long time. I can even imagine, you know, maybe over 100 years at this point.
Yeah.
They've overtaken the dollar as the most used currency in cross-border transactions for the first time in history. Yuan rose to 550 billion, up from 434 billion a month earlier. This increased their share to 48%, while the dollar is 46%. Countries queuing to ditch the dollar. It's not just them. We also have Argentina. Argentina and China made a similar pact, and Reuters reported that Argentina would start to pay for Chinese imports in yuans rather than dollars. The move aims to relieve the country's dwindling dollar reserve. So it looks like Argentina, they have a big pile of dollars.
Yep.
It's shrinking. And what are they doing? They're not replenishing it. It looks like they're slowing down the shrinking,
Mhm.
but it is going in one direction here. We had Tim, the CFO.
I know.
He
it's
popped
very
in his
concerning.
head.
Very concerning.
Yeah, that was very concerning. What was he doing?
I don't know. I think he's looking for U.S. dollar dominance. Right? I don't know. It's,
Yeah, he was looking for
It's
some
hard
of
to
those
find.
Chinese digital wands floating around. All right, in addition to Brazil and Argentina, Russia, India, Kenya, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Saudi, UAE, and several Asian nations have all dropped the dollar in favor of local currencies to trade. Not looking good, but we do have that one silver bullet in our back pocket, and that is the yuan is pegged to the dollar. So that's a good thing. If being a late bloomer means being successful, then I'm a king. Hey, you are a king. You're a king in your own trans-friendly and whoa, why did I read that one? Hey, hasn't
Easy.
historically been that way, right?
I think it's been that way for a while.
I think it's been that way.
Yeah.
It's yuan?
No,
I can't say
I think
that.
it's one.
Yeah,
I think it's
yuan.
Yeah.
Maybe it is, but I'm just gonna stick with my guns here.
This is America.
Yeah, pretty sure U.S. can still sell them weapons and ammo in U.S. dollars. Yeah, we're still going to be a major exporter of weaponry. That's probably not changing anytime in my lifetime. Military-industrial complex has a stranglehold on how we spend our money. All right, U.S. Congressional Research finds perception of crypto risk spurred bank withdrawals. Silvergate had more than 90% of deposits coming from crypto clients, while Signature only had 20%, a report found that crypto did have a role to play in the failure of Silvergate, Silicon, and Signature Bank, but only an indirect one based on risk perception. These were highlighted from a report. They all were all in on the crypto action, providing services to firms in the industry. Silvergate was the king, accounting for more than 90% of its deposits. Meanwhile, Signature, only 20%, and SVB claimed to have minimal exposure. But Circle's announcement that it had $3 billion in there caused a little bit of a stir there. Report concluded that the recent failures of crypto-friendly banks have fueled debate over whether they're managing the liquidity risks of the market well. When I hear liquidity risks of the market from crypto industries, it just means, sometimes they make billion-dollar moves real quickly.
Yeah.
And they're probably not used to that. And, you could have a pretty big company. What's in the news today? Puma. Puma has a little NFT, Puma, historically, they're probably not moving that much money.
Right.
Hey, maybe, we got to buy some shoelaces from Thailand, they gave it to us at a good price. Here's $2 million, maybe something like that. But then imagine you do a metaverse play and then you raise 120 million in 24 hours and you're like withdrawing it to pay a thing. And all of a sudden, whoa, no, there's just a lot of money and money moves quickly in crypto. And so the banks with their legacy system it takes multiple days to clear things. It's got to go there and clear this house and come here. Then, 7 days later, it's finally like concluded on some bank's balance sheet. It moves too quickly for them and they can't handle it. And it scares them. It freaks them out. Why? Because it's a better system. It's clearly a better system. And this old antiquated system can't handle it. Reminds me of, imagine trying to drive your Model T on a horse road, right? It's going to be full of potholes. You're going to be flinging feces into your face, literally. And so it's not meant for these rails. And I think we're seeing a similar situation where crypto is just moved beyond banking. It's bigger than banking, and banking, it just can't handle it. They're losers.
That was
losers.
a great analogy. That was great. Someone clipped that.
Flinging feces
Yeah.
into your face? Was it the alliteration or was it the visualization?
Well, the visual and
or
the
have you
alliteration.
been there?
It was both. It was
Was,
all
it, was
three.
it nostalgic
It was
for you?
thrice. Yeah, you really gave me some flashbacks there with that one. So we're gonna have to hold on to that one.
All right. If you could grow up in any historical period, what are you going with? Are you going like cowboys? Are you going like, the Knights of the Round Table? Are you going like human sacrifices as the Aztec temple? What's your classic time period? I can see you crushing it in the Dark Ages.
That's what my knee-jerk reaction was. Dark Ages, just give me a heavy sword and everyone living in the moment, not a phone to be found. And you won't have any hard iron goods causing problems, but the Dark Ages brought other things. So.
All right. Type in what historical age you want. Is it ancient Egypt, ancient Greece? I know if you're in Thailand, you probably like ancient Greece. All right, let's move on here. Elizabeth Warren wants the police at your door in 2024. Seen here dressed as a villain from the Hunger Games, which isn't too far from reality. They want to make your crypto wallet illegal. And their plan runs contrary to the principles they have campaigned on. Very, very true. That's putting the power back to the people. Meanwhile, she fights for the powers that be. The author of the bill that will require crypto wallets providers to comply with anti-money laundering rules, not crypto exchanges, but the wallets themselves. Kansas Senator Roger Marshall joined her on the proposal as a co-sponsor. I'm going to be actively looking to fund this person's rivals henceforth. Roger Marshall, you're on the short list now. Warren bill will require that anyone that designs a wallet register as a money service business and essentially be regulated like a financial institution.
My God.
That means if you write code to have customers, have a wallet on their phone and help keep your crypto secure from hackers, now you need to register with the Treasury Department as if you're Western Union. Good luck with that, crypto startups. Warren instigated the bill. The quiet part she's not saying out loud is that this blunt application of rules for Western Union, when applied to entrepreneur computer coders, does not work. They can't comply. She knows it. They won't comply.
Right.
The bill is a Trojan horse designed to destroy crypto markets under the false guise of a pro-national security bill. It is a smart strategy. They also seek to outright ban crypto privacy tools. If the vision of Bitcoin as a means of payment will ever be realized, it needs to be private. I don't know if I'd go that far. You can still have crypto
Look at that.
wallets.
Is that a real life picture? Or is this AI?
It's definitely AI. You tell by the eyeballs.
Oh, yeah.
Right, let's look at the hands. Hands
Just-
actually look pretty good.
I
I will
know.
give them good hands there.
It's got the wrong stuff at the back of the hard iron good, but that's neither here nor there. It'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, it'll
It's
get
getting
there.
good. Look at that picture.
It's getting real good, except for that guy's mutton chops. They're like Civil War bugler.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what they were going for there?
Yeah.
It would also force the wallet providers to adopt regulations similar to those on banks that were used by Canadian authorities against the truckers. So yeah, they want to control you. They want to strangle crypto. They want to kill it in the crib. And why do they do that? Because they're bought and paid for by the big banks. It can't be any more clear, folks. That's all it is to it. It's the simplest explanation always comes true. What's the simplest explanation? Oh, big banks. They're cozy with big banks. Big banks hate crypto. It's really not like some crazy, you got to connect 70 million dots. Oh, they're bought by the banks. Banks hate crypto. End of story. All right. Be ready for, are we going to roll into CT Minute? All right. CT Minute brought to you by Stake. First, let me, share a little stake. Yeah, we gambled last night. We're going to gamble again tonight.
Okay.
Could have walked away up $10. I did like 12 bonuses and, basically broke even. Could have walked away like 10. Played another one, walked away down 30. Down 30. I'll let y'all know how we do yesterday. Also, or tomorrow, watch Cocaine Bear is now streaming on Peacock for free. So if you have Peacock from the Super Bowl 2 years ago, like me, and you just pay like the $2.99 or whatever it is, you can watch Cocaine Bear. Have you seen it yet?
I have not, but I heard the stakes are very high in that movie.
It is. It's better than I thought. I mean, it is a bear that is on cocaine. It is Ray Liotta's last movie, so if you're a Ray Liotta fan, if you like Goodfellas, maybe watch it for that. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
it's a cocaine bear.
Hey.
All right. CT Minute brought to you by Stake.us. Let's go. All right. So we have a couple tweets. Actually, no, just the one. I thought I had another one there. Hey, that is my AR mutant. I don't know when I'm going to be able to use this. I'm waiting on the email. Like I'm the first mutant to have this out of all 20,000.
Really?
And so it's only going for the apes, the real apes. So I'm going to be the first mutant rocking that. That's Filter Studio. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I don't know if I'll do like a whole show as a mutant, but I want to get some content out as an ape.
I really liked that ATB episode with the
I'm
filter.
trying to think of his name. Chemo.
Chemo,
Yeah.
yes, Chemo killed it, and that mask system that they put together, it looks really good. It moves with the face really nicely.
Ray Liotta's and Charlie Day's movie that comes out next month. That will be his last movie. Okay. Yeah, they had a whole like in memoriam thing. Okay, I didn't know he had another one in the pipeline because that was a while ago. I wonder if they like held it. Like, no, we got to hold it. We have to be the last one.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's go in and CT Minute first by Ice Bags. Pentagon, we misplaced $5 trillion. Department of Homeland Security, We misplaced 85,000 children. IRS, we saw you just pay the lawn guy through Venmo. Make sure he gets a 1099.
Pretty much.
That kind of sums up things. We're going to come back to this one. That's just a good, lighthearted internet video. So you're going to stick around for that. You saw a butcher blade and some hair. What's that going to do? Oh, stick around. Here is ZK Shark is the one. If you saw that Gary Gensler clip, it was this is the guy that put it out there. It got retweeted a whole lot. This one's going to get retweeted a whole lot. This is just from 1 hour ago. This is from fall of 2018, and where Gary Gensler, current president of the SEC, was a professor. He has one where he's saying, was it stable coins? Like 75% of the crypto market is commodities. And so here's another one where he's talking about ICOs. Are they securities or are they not? I would note probably 3/4 has already been determined by the SEC not to be a security. Bitcoin's 54%, Ether's about 15 points or something like that. So here he is basically, saying contrary things to what he's saying now. So is he lying then or is he lying now? I think he's lying now. I don't think he changed his mind. Ray Liotta is like Tupac. He has 7 more movies coming out next year. All right. Big announcements in the world of AI from TikTok, Boston Dynamics, Replit, and Apple. I'm just going to scan through this real quickly. TikTok has new AI avatars. You can see them like kind of upgrading the faces there. Can be used once a day. So you're going to have some AI avatars. The next one, Boston Dynamics put GPT into one of their dog robots.
No.
Now it can effortlessly communicate complex information to humans. Yeah, that's not scary. That is not scary at all. Replay, that's just a coding thing. And then Apple reveals plans for Quartz, AI-powered health coaching service. So, hey, get off the couch. I don't know. No, I'm going to be wading into some treacherous waters here, but dang it, I'm Deezy. I'm going to do it anyways. We're kind of in this fad acceptance movement right now. And so I wonder how genuine Apple is going to be with, no, like you are out of shape and you do need to get off the couch. I want them to get mean, not mean and someone's going to slit their wrist type of way, but like really motivate somebody with some pain. It got me, I was several classes. I was the shortest and fattest boy or fattest kid in my entire class. I'm talking like 8th, 9th grade. I think around 10, I started slimming up. You know what really made me want to lose a little weight? It was one of those group things where the teacher's like, all right, you're paired with this person. I think he maybe wrote the names on the board. Someone was about 5 seats behind me. Me and my buddy Chad, we were the 2 fattest kids in the class. And some girl, she's probably like some cheerleader or something. I'm in like 9th grade. And she turned to the boy next to her. He's a Chad, of course. He had like chiseled jaw. She said, who's Chad and Nick? He said, that's the 2 fat kids. Ooh. And I'll remember that. And you know what? That pain led me to want to make a change. And was it bullying? Sure. But did it work? Sure. And so I want Apple to just be vicious with people. Listen, you freaking tub of lard.
Oh, man.
You haven't moved off the couch in 6 hours.
Well,
except for to walk to the fridge. I know where your fridge is at. I'll go do a push-up.
The UK.
Can you crank the setting to that?
Do you remember the UK came out with what you're talking about because their insurance claims and their healthcare costs started to get out of control. So the doctors actually had to stop, allowing it to just precipitate and actually push back and actually realign what healthy eating habits are and things like that. So I'm here for it, man. You stay active, stay healthy. Health is wealth, man.
Health is wealth. All right, a couple more tweets here. Then we'll show the Butcher Blade one. 89 days ago, James O'Keefe broke the biggest pharmaceutical scandal news story in human history. Nothing happened. No Pfizer subpoenas, no Pfizer hearings, no Pfizer investigations, no Pfizer criminal referrals. Yeah. Nothing. It's almost like being the #1 advertiser for a lot of channels can be a good thing. Who knew?
Control comes with it. Absolutely.
You know what? I'm not even going to tell the name, but these guys, they keep tagging me in these memes, and this one's actually kind of funny. DZ after, okay. So y'all said I look like Hitman. There we go. All right. You're ready for the for this video here?
Yes.
Said we're gonna watch it. This one's pretty funny, guys. All right. It's 11 seconds. Look at this cool haircut. So cool. Oh, wait. He's feather, he's making sure it doesn't look silly when she, oh fail.
That was
fail. One more time. That's so bad. All right. A little daily dose of internet brought to you by Steak. Thank you.
That's right.
All right. We ready for some tools here?
Yeah, let's check them out.
Or should we talk about Arkham first?
Well, yeah, it's kind of in the tool section, because Arkham's
right.
a new tool.
Arkham is the tool. Arkham is the tool. So Arkham, it's similar to a lot of you see they're analyzers of the blockchain space. So, they'll give you alerts, wallet alerts. Well, Arkham denies the alerts, the buggy Mt. Gox alerts to blame for the Bitcoin crash. So they came out with a pretty good statement saying what happened. We conducted an investigation into this alert situation. It came from an influencer, DB, and he had a screenshot where they determined were sent accurately, but he set alerts on all Bitcoin transactions above 10K with no counterparty sets and named the alerts Mt. Gox and US Gov. And so that seems to be the crux of the situation there. Now, they did say, hey, he tweeted this at 11 after the hour, and we started falling at 7 after the hour. I think the tweet spreading was a positive feedback loop or a negative feedback loop. So yeah, while maybe it isn't Arkham's fault, the propagation of that information was, a big catalyst. But if you want to check it out, Arkham, this is what it looks like here. It's
got a cool
similar
layout.
to Nansen, I guess.
I just liked it for the layout. I mean, obviously we have tons of tools and stuff like that to use, but it's pretty user friendly, and you can go specific to the address or the name.
And if you go to their actual Mt. Gox wallet tracker, you can see here that nothing has moved in years. And so it wasn't them saying Mt. Gox is moving things. It was someone labeling a wallet as Mt. Gox and US government. So yeah, if you want to check it out, this is what it looks like. Here's their little dashboard. They have like little visualizers. If you want, hey, you're trying to do a tweet thread and you're tracking some wallets, you can use. In fact, I think I've seen this template up. So I've seen people use this site. I just didn't know it was Arkham. So Arkham, hey, it's not just a city full of crackheads with a vigilante with murdered parents protecting.
And it's nice to know those kind of tools when you see tweets like that from DB Break, to have a place to go to cross-reference, to know the Mt. Gox address, and then you can go check it for yourself and then, be part of the solution rather than the problem. So
yeah,
absolutely.
So you always, you know what? I didn't have the DZ thing. I was gonna do some on leverage, but I'm gonna do something on what you just said.
Okay.
What you just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
it's like, you ever hear the saying 2 kinds of people, or 3 kinds of people. Yeah. I'm gonna get into that. So I'm gonna have a little nugget of wisdom off the top of the dome. When you don't have hair, your brain is just full of thoughts here.
It just comes flowing out.
All right. Let's see. I thought it was because Dylan Mulvaney posted they bought Bitcoin.
Let's not go there. Let's leave that one alone for a few years.
I see what you did there. Other people are like, yeah, there's a lot of, but it's not even, before I even said anything, someone saying Apple will tell you to put the Bud Light down. It's making you heavy, especially in the
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Oh,
whoa.
no.
All right, let's talk about the 6'5" freak of nature, 38 vertical inch lead, 93, 1994 blockbuster video games champion. Of course, talking about the bathroom pervert himself, Dr. Disrespect. All right, let me walk that back. It wasn't his fault. Dr. Disrespect went to E3. It was one of the best live streams ever for any Twitch streamer, and his cameraman followed him into the bathroom where there's like literally a 12-year-old spack at a urinal. They did. And imagine that filming inside of a bathroom where there's kids peeing. They did not like that.
That's a problem. At first, we got price prediction. I want to hear from AJ on what his price predictions are. We got AJ coming out of the basement, and so we got AJ in the wings, ready to go. If you want to bring him on.
Price prediction before then. Let's do it. All right. And real quick, I do want to say the first time the guy followed him in the bathroom, Dr. Disrespect, it's like, what are you doing?
He did.
I can't poop. And then I think he went in the bathroom, started making screaming noises, like he had like a very painful defecation.
As a guy in media, you got to know not to do that. That's just a no-go situation. So no disrespect to Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, it was the cameraman. Yeah. It was the cameraman. All right, we got AJ in his patented red phone.
We do. Here we go. Let's check him out. Bam.
Let's go.
This is the price prediction department. My name is AJ. What can I do for you, DZ?
Man, I heard you got some predictions. I don't know what's going on. See, now I don't even know what's going on now. Did I call you? Ring.
I don't know.
Then you answered. Okay.
It's just AI. A part of the deal. It's a bit. Run with it. Don't think about it.
Prop. Don't think about it. Well, you're clearly not. All right. So what do you got for us?
So today I'm doing a price prediction for Matic. Matic, Ethereum's biggest layer 2, number 10 by market cap, 8 if you don't count stable coins. What is Matic has
Best-
always been a coin
look-
that's on everyone's radar. Everyone's always talking about it. And that's because like Matic is one of those coins that has done so well for crypto in the mainstream, like with the partnerships it have. I wrote down a little list of all Matic's partnerships. We're talking Adobe, NFL, Starbucks, Adidas, Prada, Disney, Meta, Reddit, Nike, Coca-Cola, JP Morgan. JP Morgan's first DeFi transaction was on Matic. And there's just a lot to say about that, about like the, getting crypto in the eyes of people, especially like with the Starbucks partnership. I really like that one. And it's just kind of a question on how far can this take us? Like it being seen by everyone, how far can that take Matic? So that's kind of my question here. So right now, Matic, its circulating supply is 9.25 billion. Its total supply is 10 billion, and it will reach its total supply by mid-25. Considering we're projecting the all-time highs to be, September, November 25, it will have reached its total supply of 10 billion by the time we get there. That actually is super easy to do moon math with, because, if the market cap is 10 billion and the supply is 10 billion, the price would be $1. So it's you could really kind of say, well, if it goes to 40 billion, it'd be $4, 50 billion, $5, et cetera, et cetera. So my bit with Matic is that last bull run, it went just below $3, $2.92 to be exact. At the time, the market cap was 19.75 billion, but the supply was only 6.8 billion. So with that all-time high market cap to now, with the supply now, the price would only be $1.98. So this is when you see other price predictions for Matic online. They're generally between $2, $3, some even say $4. And that's kind of a surprise to me. One thing that scares me about Matic is that the top 10 holders hold 69% of the supply, and the top 100 holders own 85.9 of the supply. So that is one kind of scary thing about Matic, how there's only really concentrated at the top. But kind of just thinking outside the box, like how far can it go once it reaches its total supply? I'm kind of thinking, with Ethereum being over 200 billion, it wouldn't surprise me for Matic to get to 70 or 80 billion, which, that would spit me out at about $7 or $8 for Matic at the top of the bull run.
Okay, so you're looking at a 3x from previous all-time highs. Really not going to be that much tokens being added to the ecosystem. I mean, you're looking at 93% of it's already out. All right. Right. I can see a 3x from previous all-time high. I might be coming in a little bit more conservative at 2.5x, which would be right under that at $6. But I could definitely see that. Now, chat has strong opinions on the lack of suspenders.
Well, they're in the getting dry cleaned right now.
Okay,
they
so
started
coffee,
getting a little smelly. I'm kind of giving it a couple days. It'll come back. It'll come back.
CoffeeZilla didn't take them back.
No way.
You know what I say?
No way.
He can't own suspenders. Let me say that. He can't own suspenders. I say if
can't.
I had to choose a prop, I'm choosing suspenders over phone. I think chat might agree with me, but maybe marinate on it. Ask Jada, maybe take a poll of the office.
Yeah.
We love the
we'll
suspenders,
take a poll.
man.
We'll see how it goes. No big deal.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, AJ, great stuff there. Now, do you have a bag of Polygon?
Ooh.
I don't hold any Matic.
Okay. Do you plan on changing that?
I think it's a good buy right now. Right now it's been up like 6% in the past 2 days. I think any Matic you buy under $1 is definitely a win. I'm just kind of looking more for projects that have that like 10 to 20x profitability, not like the 3 to 5x profitability. I think it's a safe buy. I think if you're dealing with a 6-figure bag, if you have a lot of money, Matic is a good go-to. But if you're really trying to like 10, 20x, I don't think Matic is your pick. I think, the $10 Matic is the psychological level that a lot of people look for, but that would also require a $100 billion market cap. I think that can happen over time. Most likely it will, but I don't think for the next bull run.
Yeah, I think we need a pretty high market cap for that to happen. Now, last question, I'll let you go. Besides the red one, which is totally real and which we're actually using right now, have you ever used a rotary phone?
Yes, my grandfather had one at the beach house in Maryland, and I would always like kind of spinning for no reason. He actually hated when I did it, but I thought it was fun.
For no reason? You're wearing out the...
Yeah, I would just kind of play with it, and he would be like, who are you calling, I don't know.
Yeah, 911.
Good times.
Hey,
Good times.
appreciate AJ writes crypto. Always a good time, man. Thank you very much. And great job on
No
ATB
problem.
last night. Make sure you guys go check that out if you want to show AJ some more support.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Looking forward to the suspenders next time. All right. We got Dr. Disrespect, the 6'8" freak of nature. His dynamic NFT shooter, Dead Drop, is off to a promising start. The Midnight Society's vertical extraction shooter is still early and needs refinement, but there's already a lot to like with it. This was a product of Dr. Disrespect's frustrations with the current state of shooters. His real name, Guy Beam, came to popularity with, I want to say it was Call of Duty, maybe 3, maybe Modern Warfare 2, where he would upload no visuals, just his audio over his gameplay videos. Really, really funny stuff if you ever want to go back and watch some of his early stuff. 1 year later, Dead Drop's Snapshot 5 pre-alpha build was showcased in front of thousands of viewers at the Esports Stadium in Arlington, Texas last month. And they dropped the $25 Tower Key, a non-NFT access pass to let in an even larger potential audience. I think this is kind of the way to get successful.
Yeah.
You have to have an NFT to play. That is probably not going to work. You need the easiest barriers to entry, meaning basically none. So everybody can play. You have a online account, just like you do with Epic, just like you do with Activision. And on your online account, if you want to link a wallet, you can extract your gun skins, your camo, your whatever. But requiring Polygon NFT wallet before you play, you must have a MetaMask, you must have a Nami. I don't think that will actually work.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Absolutely.
All right, yeah, that's what we got for that. Now, also real crazy thing, his house got swatted and shot at too, like two different things. Yeah, someone shot at his house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah, he breaks character because he leaves the camera, comes back on without the wig, and he's mad because his family's there, his daughter's there, and he's like, he calls them F and P's, and he's like, you could tell. Sometimes you could tell, like, even he's a pretty good actor, but sometimes you can tell, all right, no one can act that good unless it's Susan Sarandon or something, and you're like, whoa, you could feel his frustration and his rage since this home for his family and his children was no longer safe. All right, FTX takes control of NFTs worth over $4 million, including some Bored Apes. Was transferred to their multi-sig wallet, according to Connor Grogan. They now have control of several blue chip NFTs. They also have Azukis, Other Deeds, and Mutant Apes. Let's see. Whoa, 32 Bored Apes, 29 Other Deeds, 81 Sandboxes, 8 Primes, 2 Mutants, 12 Beans, 7 Azukis. Yeah, you're looking at $250,000 in Azukis and $3.5 million in Bored Apes right there. According to available information, they bought most of them in 21 while working on its NFT marketplace. At the time, it purchased 100 Bored Apes from Sotheby's for $24 million. All of them were deposited to FTX US and listed for a lower price than the OpenSea floor price to attract more users. It's what they call loss leading. They agreed to sell Ledger X for $50 million, would also explore the sale of its European business. So they're selling their assets to try to make the holders whole again. The people that maybe had some funds on there. Of course, we're talking about Tom Brady. We're talking about some of those people. All right, be ready for our next segment, brought to you by Stake.us. We're talking about the XRP segment. Hey, where's the XRP family at? Where's the XRP army? Where's the XRP brethren?
Where you at?
Where you at? Let's get some X's in the chat. Also, fans of X-Pac and Razor Ramon and Diesel and China. Remember, China was associated with them as well. Yes. Yeah, China and X-Pac in an abusive relationship. That's not one woman I would cross.
Nope.
All right. XRP Ledger adoption benefits as new partnerships enable XRPL payments at over 1 million merchants. Okay. So what is the Ledger? All right. New collaboration. Zoom, it's the XRP wallet by XRP Labs, have joined forces with Equid, a leading e-commerce platform, in a bid to help over 1 million online stores throughout the world accept payments from the XRP Ledger. All right, that's pretty big. Through the partnership, customers of these stores will be able to make payments using any asset they have on the XRP Ledger, including XRP. This collaboration will afford online store owners opportunity to cater to all the people that love XRPL and are holding it there. All right, we got a hey, look at that. Hey, Crypto Windio there. Let's see. Crypto Globe reported Ripple has recently revealed that its global XRP-powered global proprietary payment solution, the RippleNet, has processed nearly $30 billion in transactions across 20 million transactions since the launch there. So serious funds being moved around. All right. Do we have any China X? Do we have any Q&A? What are your thoughts on the DC marketplace through Palm NFT Studios? Haven't looked at it. I looked at Palm NFT when we're looking at Vumio investors, but I haven't checked it out lately. Best hold in the next bull run: AGIX, SDAO, Fetch, or GRT?
That's a good question.
It is. It's between AGIX and GRT. The other ones are just too risky. I mean, they might gain more, but you also might lose more. Oh man, I'm leaning towards whatever has the smallest market cap between those two, AGIX and GRT. I'm leaning towards GRT because I think it has a little bit more use, being the thing that gets information from the blockchain off of the blockchain, which is the opposite of what Chainlink does. It isn't the Google of blockchain. People like to call it that. It's just kind of a low-level thinking narrative. But it does do a lot of things. All right. What were you talking about earlier? I said I was going to drop some wisdom here. 3 types of people. That's right. It all came up to me. Drew, you've heard it. Military leaders say it. There's 3 types of people. What are those types of people?
Oh, God.
You can either or get out of the way. What is it?
I don't know.
Morel, you know what I'm talking about? Lead, follow, get out of the way. You ever heard that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
lead, follow.
Military drill instructor, he's yelling at you. He said there's 3 types of people. What 3 types of people, Drew?
Lead, follow, or
those who get out of the way. So there's 3 types of people: those that lead, those that follow, those that get out of the way. Well, there's a 4th group of people, and there's more every day. And I feel like this wasn't so much the case 20 years ago. I don't know if it was the case 50 years ago. I definitely don't feel like it was the case 10 years ago. And this is 4th group of people. There's more and more of them. And I blame everybody having the internet at their fingertips and anonymity. And that 4th type of person, it isn't someone who leads. It isn't someone that follows. And it isn't someone that gets out of the way. It's the guy that complains and gets in the way. Okay, so you can either lead and help me, you could get out of my way, or you can follow what I'm doing. But no, it's that 4th person. They're gumming up the works. They're throwing the wrench in the gears there. They're saying, oh, that's not going to work. Oh, Bitcoin's a scam. Oh, I wouldn't trust that. Oh, I wouldn't get that NFT. Oh, I wouldn't watch that channel. Oh, I'd avoid that. It's risky. That's that 4th type of person. And that's the worst type of person because they don't even have the sense to get out of the way. They're not even smart enough to follow, and they don't have it within themselves to lead. And so what do? They see other people, and they try to tear them down. They have that crab bucket mentality. You don't want the crab bucket mentality. That's all that 4th person is. They're just a stupid crab in a bucket dragging down the next person because they don't want to see you succeed because they feel they can't succeed. But we all can succeed. And if you're watching this channel, damn it, you probably will succeed, especially if you keep watching it, especially if you hit that like button, especially if you are subscribed, got those notifications on. That's all we got. Easy out. Don't be that 4th person.
Yeah, they all